Welcome back to the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Venson Elder. Coach, last Friday night was a do-or-die game in terms of making it to the playoffs against a tough Druid Hills team that had grown a lot over the season. The game opened strong, good strong drive starting at the 20, and then Tarjay Steele comes around for a good 9-yard or so run play to get us into pay dirt.
Yeah, on the 147 EG, which is a misdirection wing T offense, he was able to find the hole and score for us.
So the score was 6-0 at that point. Druid Hills comes back. Good little run by their quarterback to get them into pay dirt, and then we find another touchdown a little bit later on a little run around to the right-hand side.
Well, it was a 38 sweep to Desmond Graham. Desmond is our starting linebacker, but we got him some reps at running back, and he was able to take it in for us.
They got the score to 12-7, and that was the way it ended at the half. Mm-hmm. And then the third quarter, Druid Hills gets up 14 to 12 on us, and just a little pass down into the corner that you said off the air that the defense kind of let down a couple of times. But then the go-ahead play was something a little special.
Well, it's a play we've been working on all year. We called it, at first I just called it reverse. Then we called timeout, and we decided, Coach Truitt, my offensive coordinator, he's like, Coach, let's go with the reverse pass. You know, let's send Zuri up the sideline, and let's send Robert we told Robert to just go sit in the end zone and wave your hands around, you know, and do not drop the ball. And when Tarjay came up and they saw he was going to pass, they immediately ran to the quarterback, you know, that was going up the sideline and just left Robert wide open in the end zone.
And I got the score to 14-18. The Bulldogs were up, and Druid Hills made it interesting. They took the kickoff and probably ran 150 yards on what ended up being called back.
Right. Outstanding athlete. The young running back and quarterback or receiver. They played him all over the place. He came up with a big play, but fortunately they had a penalty at doing that type of run, and they brought it back, and the defense held on for the win.
Yeah, the defense made a big stop, especially on a late 4th and 9. They threw into coverage, and there were 3 defenders who collapsed on the ball and made it happen. And then the sweetest play call of all. Yeah, the victory
formation. So, we hadn't ran a victory all year, so the kids pretty much didn't know what to do. So, but it was exciting for them.
So it was a big win, got you into the playoffs, and we're gonna come back in just a minute. We're gonna talk about everybody else that's in the playoffs from Region 2-6A, along with our matchup tomorrow night against Langston Hughes. So
sounds good.
When we get back here on the GHSA.TV network.
I'm Finia Tien, local candidate for Chief Magistrate Judge.
And I'm Coach Herman Anderson, Vice President of the Rockdale County Football Booster Club. You know, Finia, we live in a great community, don't we?
Yes, we do, Coach. And that's why today we're urging all of you to give back by volunteering. We're asking that you donate a weekend.
Or maybe even a few hours.
To help a senior, mentor a child, or clean up one of our local parks.
You know, together we can make a difference.
Volunteer today.
For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will never forget. Monday night is trivia night for prizes. In a hurry? Call in and order at 770-483-6228. Again, that's 770-483-6228 for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro. Welcome back to the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Venson Elder. I'm Tom White, and Coach, we're going to talk about playoffs now. You made it into the playoffs. Congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
One of the only first-year coach in 6A. I'm gonna beat your chest a little bit for you to make it in their first year and the 5th time for Rockdale. And Region 2-6A matches up with Region 3.
Yeah.
And the teams that Region 2 are sending are Lovejoy, Newton, Alcovey, and of course Rockdale. Region 3 is sending Langston Hughes, Noonan, East Coweta, and Tri-Cities. We're going to go to Lovejoy and talk first about the Lovejoy game against Tri-Cities. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, Tri-Cities is one of my former schools. Coached over there for 8 years. The head coach over there was one of the assistant coaches at the time, Kenneth Miller. Kenny has put together a pretty good program. Last year, I think they made it to the semifinals. You know, got on the road towards the end of last year. Playing against Lovejoy, I think they can match up pretty well because Tri-City front line average is about 280 pounds. You know, so Lovejoy going to have to be careful that they don't take it for granted and play the defensive coverages they did earlier, you know, which is they bring the safeties up in tight. Tri-City got some speedsters outside, and those linemen should be able to hold them out. So it could be an interesting game.
Yeah, I look forward to watching that. I know that GHSA.TV is going to have a lot of the playoff games this season for live and for on-demand viewing. So Newton's got East Coweta at home.
Newton County, their defense has been playing well. I also watch East Coweta. They have a pretty good little offense. So it'd be a good game, but hopefully Newton can pull it out.
And then bottom half of the bracket, Alcovy is heading to Noonan.
Noonan, very talented group. A lot of athletes. Watched them on film against Langston Hughes. It was a pretty good game. Langston Hughes beat them at the end. Alcovy have had some injuries, so hopefully they'll be back healthy and can go in and represent our region pretty well.
And finally, the most important game of all of them is our game against Langston Hughes. And we're not going to talk about that now. We're going to dedicate an entire segment just to that game. So We're going to do that when we come back. We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will never forget. Monday night is trivia night for prizes. In a hurry? Call in and order at 770-483-6228. Again, that's 770-483-6228 for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro. Welcome back to the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Venson Elder. I'm Tom White, and Coach. Tomorrow night we head to the west side of the city of Atlanta. We take on Langston Hughes. A lot's changed since we played them. We're the only teams that match up in the regular season as well as in the postseason in the state in the first round. A lot's changed since September 21st. And going to start on the offensive side. Obviously, Zuri Minifield, the freshman quarterback, has shown just tremendous growth since the 21st of September.
Yeah, the first time around, Zuri had a concussion, so he was unable to play in the game. Also, Tarjay Steele had just came out. He didn't get a chance to play a lot. He played a little bit on defense. I don't think he played much at all on offense. We made a few more changes in the offensive line, and then we also was missing a couple of defensive backs. You know, Anthony Davis, our starting cornerback, had a broken wrist, so he didn't play. So, I mean, it's going to be a different team that they face, and we're excited about the challenge, and we're ready to go play.
Another player that's kind of developed on both sides of the ball, Contavious Preston. I don't remember him being as big a factor in that game as he has been since.
Right. We finally started giving the ball to Contavious. And what we did, we made a Buffalo backfield. Went with Contavious and Kyle Beer. Beer sprained his ankle the next game, so we weren't able to use him anymore. But he's finally fought back. So he'll be in the backfield along with Contavious this week, and we're going to go from there.
You know, you mentioned on the defensive side of the ball some changes you've made. The most important change that I've seen from my vantage point is that they're starting to work together as a team, as the waves of defense. You have your defensive line that's finally gelled, your backers have gelled, and most importantly, you've made some key changes in that defensive backfield that has really helped as well.
Right, they're starting to fit together. That what we call fit. Everybody got a certain place to be every play. And before, some of the guys wasn't getting there because they didn't understand the scheme. Now we've played together, you know, a whole season, and things are clicking better. Our defensive ends, I can't say enough about them. Devontae Walters and it was Cal Beal and also Brandon Harris. They have been playing good football and getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback and getting sacks for us.
In September, the score was 28-0, and we talked off the air about how they targeted the defensive backs a little bit. What do we expect tomorrow to see in this awesome fall playoff game?
Well, I mean, we watched every game they played, this year. I was lucky enough to be around long enough so I know a lot of people, so we was able to get film of all their games. And we're going to match up with them this week, and we just let the kids play.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. And if you can make it to the game tomorrow night, it's not that far. It's just on the other side of 285 in Atlanta. We'd love to have you there. If you can't make it, we'll have every down here on the GHSA.TV network. When we come back, we're going to look back at last week's game and give some congratulations to some players who stood out amongst the rest. And we're going to do that when we come back here on the Bulldog Football Show on the GHSA.TV network.
I'm Finia Tien, local candidate for Chief Magistrate Judge.
And I'm Coach Herman Anderson, Vice President of the Rockdale County Football Booster Club. Finia, we live in a great community, don't we?
Yes, we do, Coach. And that's why today we're urging all of you to give back by volunteering. We're asking that you donate a weekend.
Or maybe even a few hours.
To help a senior, mentor a child, or clean up one of our local parks.
Together we can make a difference.
Volunteer today.
Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner.
Hello, my name is Bishop Gary Hawkins of Voices of Faith right here in Rockdale County. I just want to take time out to congratulate Rockdale High School football team. I'm proud of you, Coach Elder and the staff, the Booster Club, the principal, and all those that are associated with Rockdale High School. You make this community proud. I'm so excited to be a part of the community, a part of the family. Thank you for including us as sponsorship. We are delighted to be a part of the Rockdale family. We also want to invite you out to one of our Sunday services. You would have a blast. It'll be wonderful. Great word, great worship, great loving environment. Our slogan here at our church, Voices of Faith, is "It's a family affair. Come and see why." Look forward to seeing you again, Rockdale. I love you. We love you at Voices of Faith, and we're so proud of you. God bless you.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Elder. I'm Tom White. And Coach, we're going to look back and congratulate some players for some outstanding play last week against Druid Hills and the big 14-18 win getting us into the playoffs. So who we got on the offensive side?
Offensive side, we got a co-players of the game, the freshman duo, Tarjay Steele and Zuri Minifield.
Excellent. And Tarjay also was recognized by another organization today?
Yes, today he was named Rockdale Citizen Player of the Week.
Excellent. Congratulations for that for Tarjay. On the defensive side of the ball?
Devontae Walters did a great job for us, had a couple of sacks. He had one big sack towards the end to really seal the deal for us.
Excellent. And finally, special teams work. Special
team, we're going to go with the whole kickoff return team. Had a big 53-yard return that set us up for the go-ahead touchdown.
Excellent. It was a very exciting game to watch last week, and hopefully tomorrow night will be just as exciting, and hopefully the result at the end of the day is still the same. So we will have every play here against Langston Hughes tomorrow night on the GHSA.TV network. For Coach Elder, I'm Tom White. If you can make it to the game tomorrow night, we'd love to have you. If not, we'll see you right here on the GHSA.TV network.